Hi guys, as promised I'm very out of breath and now I'm at the top of Dudley Castle Keap. There's the Sharrington Range down in the grounds down there. In 2014 a very famous photograph was taken of the Grey Lady. You could search it on the internet, it's on there, Google Images. Very faint figure in a grey dress with long grey black hair was seen in that doorway right down on the bottom by the grass verge. Now some people say she's part of a stone tape theory, which I believe is correct, where the imprint of that tragedy of her losing her baby daughter Dorothy and the fact that she couldn't be buried next to her proves that it's somehow recorded into the fabric of this building, and that when that photo was taken, that might have been part of a replay of her searching the building for a lost daughter, because they couldn't be buried together. During the parliamentarian siege of the castle, they only allowed 20 minutes for Dorothy and her coffin to be ran all the way down into the town and up the hill to the top church. I don't know if it's that one over there, correct me if I'm wrong. There's also St Edmund's Church down in the town over there, and run all the way back, which they did in only a nick of time, as Dorothy passed away not long after Frances, her daughter, sadly died. And that's why she's still said to haunt the castle to this very day. Now, down these stairs here is a different story, because people, when they've been walking down, they've gone to slip and they've been grabbed by something unseen, and they say that's Dorothy trying to stop them from falling, but the only people that it's happened to is women who are pregnant. So don't go trying to forcefully slip or fall down these stairs, as she may not save you this time. I'll just show you the stairs as well down here. And also up on the Castle Keap here, they have the good old English flag flying the flock. There is a spirit of a Roundhead soldier who is said to wander these battlements late at night. People have actually seen a figure on the battlements walking through the town, and they've actually called the police thinking it's all someone's stuck or left up here, and they've come to unlock the castle keep up here, come all the way up, and they found nothing there. I myself had a very strange experience one night in 2019 while on a ghost night. I went to assist in locking up the keep, as the lady in charge didn't want to come up here on her own, understandable. And I could have sworn, as we shouted up to see if there was anybody here, I heard a voice groan from up here, as if there was someone up here. We ran up to check, there was nobody there. So who was it could I have heard? Could it have been the Roundhead soldier? Who knows? Another tale I'm going to tell you about is of Margaret. Margaret was accused of being a witch, and she was unfortunately struck, swung down on a rope by a gang of youths from the castle, just to prove that if she was a witch or not. But sadly, she ultimately fell to her death. As you can imagine, it's quite a long drop down there, and it's said to be her who is also said to haunt this part of the keep as well. If you believe that story or not, it is also in the archives as well. And there's also the story of the lady in phantom Victorian clothing who won a dressing up competition in the 1980s, I believe. She won the prize of the best authentic Victorian costume. When they went to find her, she was nowhere to be seen. So could she have been Margaret? Could she have been Dorothy Beaumont? But who knows? Another story I will tell you about, guys. Just right down there is Drummer Boy's Arch. Now, the Drummer Boy, he was sent as a pardon, if you like, during the parliamentarian siege, to try and bring a stop to, or bring a message to the opposing side, and he was shot dead instantly by a volley of fire, and it was from the most inaccurate firearm ever invented, a musket, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, you can Google it, it should be on there. But anyway, since his death, he's been seen and heard walking up those steps, which has been nicknamed the Drummer Boy's Arch. It's also said that if you hear drumming late at night, it's a sign of a bad omen. But there is the Fellows pub just over, down the driveway, so it could be late night music coming from there. And one more story I'm going to fill you in about before we go. That little cottage down there, there was a keeper who lived with his 2 daughters. One of the daughters unfortunately got pregnant at the time, and it is said that that drove him mad. He dragged her into the barn house and killed her, and then he unfortunately killed himself. He's still been seen in the top window right on the cottage down there, peering out. That cottage is also a good spot for ghost hunting nights. If you do a vigil down there, children have been spotted and seen wandering around that cottage itself. There's been a lot of interactions with them. And there's also the ghost of the key jangler in the reptile enclosure as well. So yes, even the reptile enclosure has its own ghost. Now, thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed your ghostly little insight. We've done a little bit of Bob's visuals, bits and all that, and a few ghost stories thrown in between. Now, before we go, I'm also going to tell you about the monks who have been seen up these steps. And there's also been monks, where are we? We've got the brick wall in our way, seen gliding through the castle courtyard as well, as workmen have reported humming late at night when they've been doing work on the castle in the early hours, and some have even left and not come back because of it. There's also the Queen Mary restaurant, which is just where that chap is walking beneath the archway. They also have a phantom pianist as well. So the whole of Dudley Castle is incredibly haunted, and it has had 400 reported ghost sightings over the last 100 years or so, the first reported ghost sighting being in Victorian times as well. So it just goes to show that ghosts were sighted back in the Victorian era. If you do want to hear more about the castle ghosts, there is a podcast on YouTube as well. That's in 3 parts, I believe. It's on the Haunted UK podcast called The Return to Dudley Castle, and in there you'll know more about the history, the ghostly legends of the castle itself. You can also do ghost hunting nights here as well, till 3 o'clock in the morning. I think Haunted Happenings are the main one who does them. They're a good team. So if you want to do a ghost night, book through them, or you can come and visit for the day and experience it for yourself. But until the next time, sleep tight and subscribe to Paralad and Dad on my YouTube channel, and Ghost Hunter 123 on my TikTok. Thank you folks, thank you for listening, have a good day.